Okay, mister. So we had to take the plastic off a little bit earlier than we had planned because the wind's kicking up for these storms and it was just ripping it to shreds. But I decided to clean out some of my food storage I had in the basement, and I had a bunch of squash that were not looking too nice. Of course I just missed them, but they were over there eating it. They keep going back into the sky. Now my next step is I gotta find a tarp that will fit over here so they don't get rained on tonight. We might be just about done with the freezing temps, so I think it might be time to take the heaters out of the waters, but now we're just going to prepare for this storm tonight. I guess if I was going to give them the squash, I should have given them the apples first, because they'll take the apples over anything. I still have quite a bit of apples that they need to go through, so this is what we're doing. And I don't really dig having the big feeder in here. I think the holes are just too big and they're picking through it for the corn. So we're going to switch them back to the little feeder. Yeah, but that's kind of where we're at. First week of March and the wind is kicking in. That's alright, they'll eat their apples and be ready for something savory and then eat some of this squash. I do think they like the butternut squash better than they like the pumpkins, but I think at this point they're just kind of getting tired of pumpkin. Look at them fuzzy butts in the air. I will tell you, the apples that are a little rotten, they eat them first. They eat them a lot faster than the fresh apples. I don't know what it is, but these ladies are happy. I'm gonna go try to find them a tarp. Talk to you later. Alright. This was the tarp my husband brought home. It covers most of it. I mean, it's fine for what it is. Went a little different with the bottom because it is still early spring. So I figured if we wrap these old tarps around the bottom, then they have a little bit of wind protection. This is kind of tucked over so the rain will hopefully go outside the fence. They are ready to be let out. Let me shut this big gate. They're screaming at me, "Come on, I want to run, come on." My yard is still a mess, but it's always gonna be a mess. Kitty's hiding in the trash cans. Let's see where everybody else is. So this does give the food and water a little bit of rain protection. And I did switch back to the small feeders because the large one, I think the holes were just too big and they were picking through it for the corn and the sunflowers and just throwing the pellets on the ground. But I was trying to get them to lay in these crates I want to use as a nesting box, but they haven't quite figured it out yet, and I was kind of hoping that if I gave them a little corner where the dogs weren't nipping at them, and they don't nip, they just watch, but still. But also, I've got some broody hens, and I need to clean the bottom of my coop, but I've got some broody hens that don't want to go out. And little Miss Goldie has been sitting on a clutch of eggs for about 2 weeks now. I don't know if they're fertile. I don't know if they're going to amount to anything, but she's full of poop and she needs cleaned out. But nobody wants to get out. I don't know how well you can see it in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just love how she sticks her butt up in the air. So hopefully they'll come out and play at some point and I can clean that out and just build her a new nest with her new eggs, or her old eggs. But yeah, that's where we're at. I mean, it's a chicken run. It's always going to be a little bit of a mess, but it just seems so dark in here with this dark tarp. But we're supposed to get hail this week, and it's supposed to rain 4 out of the 7 days, and I figured this way at least most of the run is still protected from the rain. And they've got a windbreak. I did take the heater out of their water thing because we're not supposed to get down into the freezing, and if we do, again, it's just going to be overnight. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with our spring. I was trying to get that to go up and it wouldn't work, and I was like, let's just fold it in half. So that's why we got 2 different colors, inside and outside. And obviously these tarps are not brand new, hence the 2 different colors and the big hole in one of them. But you know what, they got airflow, they got a windbreak, they got rain protection. They still have a whole yard to run in, so they'll still be happy. And there's Miss Daisy. Hi, Miss Daisy. Yep, that's where we're at. Alright, well, thanks for joining me for my beginning of March coop remodel, or run remodel. I think this is going to work for at least a couple of months. Hello, mister. Hello, mister. They really like this corner. And I really need to fix my gutter, don't I? I'm not sure this thing is even doing much. Good enough. Alrighty, well, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one.